Ads and Zoe here, and we're at the Western Motorhome and Campervan Show in Malvern, and we're currently looking for those motorhomes which are compact and affordable with a budget of around, well, not more than £60,000, like the one behind us. So let's take a look, yeah. So I'm right outside an Elddis Accordo 120, which is going for £55,000 on a unregistered 2025 plate. It's under 6 metres and it is a 2-berth with 2 travel seats. And what do I mean by compact? Well, this particular motorhome is under 6 metres and the width of it is only 2.1 metres. And you can just see down the side of the motorhome where the door is, it's flush with the cab. And that's what I'm after. Compact motorhomes. Now the interesting thing is that this was £68,000 and now it's £55,000. So looking at the back of the motorhome, it has a double-seated lounge, and it's quite compact, but I'm getting the feeling of lots of light, very airy. There's windows all the way around, loads of locker space across the top. There is a roof light, quite large roof light in the roof, of course. Nice colours, greys, chrome and this off-white colour. I'm liking all the off-white and the chrome cabinets here. Plenty of room in them. This is just above the kitchen area, which has a large sink and 3 gas hob and oven grill just there, right next door to the fridge freezer. And as you enter the motorhome, you're faced with a mirror right next door to the bathroom. Let's take a look in here. Oh, look at all that whiteness. It's a wet room with a tiny roof light and some space for lotions and potions in this locker above the toilet. And a nice squeak. Lockers. They're not very deep, but I mean, what do you expect from a compact motorhome? Then you have the wardrobe on the other side. Let's have a look in here. This is where the extra cushions are, and it doesn't go very deep, but that is your wardrobe. And then down here we have a little fold up extra space just there. And on the end of the kitchen we have some extra space just in front of the door. This motorhome is a Weinsberg X-Cursion CUV 500 LT Pepper. What a name, very long. It's going for £60,000. It's a 4-berth with 2 travel seats. It's under 6 metres and 2.2 metres wide. 4-berth in a compact. Let's take a look inside, shall we? Ow! Right, I've just been told about bashing my head and I just did. Right, let's try that again. Okay, so there's a bit of a duck, even then there's a... So remember, I'm 6 foot tall and I still bash my head coming in there. So, and I guess that's the reason why this motorhome actually has a full extending roof, a pop-up roof, which opens it up tremendously. Right at the front there is the bed over the cab, and then down there below it is the dining area, which has a step just there. Just got to be careful of that because I saw someone actually fall down there just a moment ago. There's a large roof light in the ceiling. And then the bathroom, oh, that's pretty weird bathroom. Look at that, it's just a sliding door, half sliding door, so you can look in as you walk by.
Hopefully you won't look at me when I'm showering. Oh no, look, you bring your feet.
Oh, I see, there's a little thing to pull down, yeah, so you can't,
except
people can't.
Stay there. I'll just hold it.
Yeah, so it's a wet room. I think this probably slides out somehow. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, look at that little slidey thing.
Ah, yes, you don't get all the other bit wet.
Yeah, that's slidey. I don't know what that is.
It's quite nice, isn't it? You've got a...
And then in here, what's this? Anything? No. What is that? Oh, cubby. Oh, I don't know what that is. It's a bit weird, isn't it? but a little bit of storage space there. So the kitchen area, on the end right near the habitation door, is the fridge freezer. Okay. Is that a double opening? It is, double opening door. We all like those, don't we? On top are 2 hobs, 2 gas hobs, and a very small sink. And underneath the sink are some drawers. And one of them is a cutlery drawer, and then soft opening closing, which is very nice. Oh, very nice, that's cool. So because of the pop-up roof, there's no storage anywhere along the sides here, except there's a wardrobe here next to the bathroom. Well, it's quite deep, and there's 3 shelves worth of storage, so you can still use that, I guess.
You've got little storage.
And then
here.
back here, you've got a door goes into the rear locker, and that's quite large as well, easily accessible from both angles, of course. And you've got some storage, little pockets at the back. So let's try leaving the motorhome without bashing my head. There you go, just about. So here's that rear locker, and there's all the space you got.
Go all the way through. That's handy, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, it has a shelf in it as well. So if you wanted to move the shelf down, very nice. Oh, it's a wardrobe too. It's acting as the wardrobe. Oh, I didn't even realise that. This motorhome was £89,500, reduced to £60,000 on a, well, not registered 2025 plate. Oh, of course, it's also a VW, which is highly regarded. So this motorhome is a Weinsberg X-Cursion 500 MQ edition, Pepper. Not too sure what Pepper means, but it's built on a VW chassis. It is £60,000, reduced from £76,000, and it is under 6 metres and 2.1 metres wide. Okay, first thing, even before I'm stepping into the motorhome, is that there's these steps. I hate steps. It's a trip hazard in and out of the motorhome. Wow, okay, so we've got 2 seat belts here, 2 travel belts at the front, and 2 in the driving position, so it's 4 travel seats. We have this very large roof light right next door to the sunroof roof light just above the driving cab, which is what, twice the size? Massive thing. On the end of the kitchen area is a fridge freezer, and then we have a 2 gas burner hob with a small sink and cutlery drawers. Oh, I guess that's a cutlery drawer underneath the sink there, and a few other drawers underneath those. Just above the sink are some other lockers. Well, they're quite deep. Yeah, I like those. Deep and wide. Just a 2-berth motorhome, which is at the back here. A very large transverse bed at the back with quite a few lockers at the back there, and some other cubby holes, which is very nice. Now, under the bed is a large locker. Let's have a look in there. Yes, I thought that was going to go into the rear locker, but it doesn't. In fact, it looks like they're using it as a wardrobe because of the bar in here, but it's below waist level, and I don't think you can get many things in there, to be quite honest. Next door to it are these, I guess these are steps. Oh, look at that, there's a little step there. Very nice. Not very wide though. Now the big thing about this motorhome, what transforms it, is the bathroom, I think. Take a look at this. So there is the bathroom, or the toilet. Looks really small and compact, doesn't it? Here is the sink that slides out like that. And this, though, is the piece de resistance. This handle in the bathroom is actually the shower. You can see the shower down there, but you can't shower in that, right? Watch this. Right, so I grab the handle and I lift it up right above my head, revealing the shower. How cool is that? That is just amazing. Although I think you have to be strong though to do that. And I don't know how it locks in. Must have to lock in somehow, but because it's coming down on its own. We also have a mirror which has some storage behind it, and some little cubby holes beside that as well. Back outside we have the locker here, and just look at the amount of space in there. Because we've got a transverse bed at the back, that's providing tons of room for what? Possibly 3 bikes? Amazing. It's a great usage of space, I think. This motorhome is a Wildax Pulsar for £58,000 on a 71 plate. Its length is 5 metres and its width is just over 2 metres. It's a 2-berth with 4 travel seats. Oh, look at that, that's a nice decor. Seat has like a grey effect with some stripy fabric. This motorhome, the front converts from 2 seats, so there's a double there and there's a single here. You pull this lever here and it flattens down into something very similar to the double seater there. So you've got 2 beds, and of course the front seats swivel round as well, so that is part of the bed too, which may sound a bit uncomfortable, to be quite honest. It's all very small in here, to be quite fair. The kitchen area has 3 gas hobs, but I don't know how many pans you can get on that. It's quite small. Again, small sink. You also have a grill oven, very handy. Some locker space underneath there. A locker just beside. How is this? Oh, I see, it's a folding out one. Very nice, loads of space in that. Small fridge freezer. It does have a freezer compartment which is very small. But yeah, that's you can get some beers and some wine in there, but not much else. Loads of locker space all the way around the top there, and it's just looking one. Okay, so it's a bit slanted with the roof, but there seems to be a load of room in there. Right opposite the kitchen you have a wardrobe. Yep, there's a wardrobe, but I think you'll probably end up putting the bedding in there. It's going to slam, it's going to slam. It's a slammer. Right at the back we have this, well, it could be a very large locker. No, not that big. I mean, it's very tall, but it's not very deep. Here is the bathroom. Sliding door on entrance. Very narrow sink there. And then you have, of course, it's a wet room, and that's the shower tray just there. Some storage space at the back. Plenty of room here for potions, lotions, toothbrush, and some storage space around the top. Like that. Now what I like about this motorhome, it has these wide opening doors, the slide slam doors, but it has one either side. So you can get some loads of nice cool air rushing through, and sitting in this seat or sitting in the other seat, depending on what side of the scenery is available to you, I suppose. Oh, there's Zoe, look. This camper van is a East Neuk Fifer. It is only £30,000 on a 2012 plate, so it's quite old compared to all the others that we've seen at the show, and it's a bit weird as well. First of all, though, it's very short. It doesn't have any details, so I'm going to have to guesstimate it. It's about 5 meters long, and it's about 2.2 meters wide. All right, let's walk in. Mind your head as we go in, and yeah, it's a nice big lounge at the back. Look at that, the U-shaped lounge, which must convert into the bed. The colours are a bit, well, old-fashioned. This is probably what you would expect from this age of camper van. Lots of wood effect around the sides there, and very strange looking lockers. Look at that, very long and narrow in the middle, and well, it's kind of like a bow tie shape, if just to describe it. And they do go back some distance. This one's got all the electrics in it. One at the back, let's have a look. Yeah, very similar. Deep, wide. There's a small roof light above my head in the lounge, and there is a step into the lounge as well, which isn't a problem. The problem is the kitchen and bathroom. It's not a problem, it's just very weird. So this little cabinet right near the entrance door, that is your kitchen. Don't believe me? Look at this. I lift the lid, and I lift this lid, get that out of the way. There's a 2 gas stove, and this is a tiny sink, and underneath here is a drawer or a cupboard to get underneath the grill. Then we have this pull-out drawer, nice drawer, and probably some. Looks like you've got your gas bottle in here or something. Yeah, I'll have the gas bottle and whatever in there.
Then you've got pull-outs in here.
Then you got, this is your table. Okay, so not where you're eating, although there is space for a table. You could see the connector in the floor there, but this is extra space. This might be part of the bed actually.
Yes.
But on the end of the cabinet is another table for outside dining. Look at that, look, very nice, very unusual. Don't really see a lot of those.
No.
Now the strangest thing, I think, let's put the
In case you didn't think all of that was
let's put the kitchen away. Is well, where's the bathroom? Where's the bathroom? Well, this is the bathroom. Behind this, well, it's not a door. You've got a latch on the top and a latch on the bottom. And if I that is your bathroom. Well, when I say bathroom, it's no showers, just the toilet and a sink just there. Mirror, little cubby hole at the top there, and the roof light. And then there is a door, this slide door just there. All very weird. And just there is the small fridge freezer. So it's very cosy, don't you think? Very compact. It's got everything other than a shower.
Yeah, but for 29,000.
30,000. What's next?
29,995.
Yeah.
You know, you've got everything. I mean, just apart from the shower, haven't you? Which is a bit of
So
a
if you
shame.
go to campsites often, this would be great.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm right outside this Autosleeper Nuevo EK LP. It's going for £52,000 on a 2020 plate. It is a 2-berth with 2 seat belts, and it is under 6 metres at 5.75, and it is also 2.3 metres wide. As you enter the motorhome, you've got the kitchen on the right hand side. So you've got lots of little lockers here. There's a cutlery drawer, and this one, what's this one here? There's loads of room under there, I think. Looks like a safe under there. I don't know if that is. And then you have some more drawers underneath the sink. And then you've got a 3 gas burner and 1 electric grill oven. And above that you have some lockers. Oh, they're quite deep. They're nice. Nice lockers. I do like the effect they have. They have a dark wood effect with chrome and a black mirror finish. Very nice, very nice. And that is all the way through the motorhome. The layout of the motorhome is 2 sofas either side of the walkway. That will transfer into the bed, and it looks like they've got room here for a table as well. Oh, look at the decor here. Faux leather with white cotton, and then we have this pattern, leafy pattern. Very nice, very nice. Plenty of lockers around the top, nice and deep again. Then we have this large roof light in the middle, and also a sunroof. Fantastic. Just above the fridge freezer is a little shelf with some space to put, well, they've got some glassware in there, some nice crystal glasses. Then the microwave, and then more lockers Again, nice and big. Now before I enter the bathroom, you've got this mirror here, and then just below the mirror is another drawer. Interesting place to put a drawer, isn't it? So let's have a look in the bathroom. Oh wow, okay, so it's quite large. It's I would say separate shower, toilet. Toilet's there, and then we have the sink just next to it. Now, hold on a second, hold on. So, can we? Oh yeah, we can. We can move that panel out the way, so the sink moves around, and now you have a separate shower, which does look quite large. Yeah. And then we have a little bit of storage here behind this mirror. Some storage behind this locker. Yes, I quite like this motorhome. It feels nice and roomy, nice and airy. Load of windows around. The only thing is you've got to make the bed up, and I'm not too keen on doing that kind of thing. Back outside we have this locker which goes underneath one of the sofas. We've got loads of room in there. Look at that. Goes all the way back there. Can't get around the other side, but I'm only assuming that there's one on the other side too.
The Malvern show is officially called the Western Motorhome and Campervan Show, so naturally it comes with a full Western theme, right down to line dancing. They walk you through the steps, then everyone gets moving to the music. It's like watching synchronised dancing. Well, mostly. Zoe, on the other hand, seems to be dancing to her own soundtrack. Let's just say, if she can't synchronise her dancing, I wouldn't trust her with synchronising a watch.
Unique to the Malvern show is the Lonestar Old West Reenactment show, which is amazing because they've got all the props, they've got all the guns, what they call irons, and they're going to be doing a shootout, which is going to be, I think, going to be really cool, and I can't wait.
Before the show kicks off, you can wander through the set and soak in the atmosphere. There are storefronts, a classic Western wagon, the local jail, even a funeral parlour and graveyard, complete with a casualty from the previous shootout. It gives you a feel for how towns might have looked before they were fully established with permanent buildings. Soon the enactment began, the silver mine bank heist, centred around the local bank. Security men from the silver mine arrive, carrying a heavy lockbox filled with silver.
Pass it over, boys. Safe hands, off you go, boys, the saloon's open.
Meanwhile, a rowdy gang of drunkards stumble into the saloon, only to be thrown out for being loud, rude and very drunk.
Why is she saying I'm drunk and they say I'm drunk? I ain't drunk. It's always you. Always starting trouble wherever we go. Dad said you were nothing but a lowlife. You're the lowlife. What?
Oh, boo!
What a scumbag!
With no whiskey left and no money to their name, they decide to make a withdrawal from the bank. Since they don't have an account, they use their 6 irons as ID instead. They shoot the bank manager and even use TNT to blow open the safe. Who needs a PIN code when you've got dynamite? Word of the chaos reaches the sheriff, who quickly gathers his posse and heads to the bank. A full-blown gunfight erupts, shots firing, smoke filling the air and plenty of noise. In the end, the drunken robbers are defeated in a blaze of gunfire and smoke.
Hold your fire! Someone's missing!
Somehow, the leader of the drunken robbers slips away. His grand escape plan? Disguise himself as a lady of the night. Let's just say it wasn't a convincing performance.
I didn't do anything wrong!
Eventually he's captured and brought to justice. The verdict? Guilty of robbery and murder. The sentence? Death, as decided by the audience. Talk about interactive theatre.
Shoot him! Shoot him! Shoot him! Shoot him in the head! Shoot him in the head!
boss. No, there's nothing heroic in that one.
Mr. Undertaker, whatever money they're holding, bury 'em. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Give them a round of applause.
How cool was that? Amazing. This motorhome is a Joa Camp 54G. It is just under £60,000. It has 4 travel seats and it's a 2-berth. And its length is 5 metres 40. Let's take a look inside. Okay, so I am presented with a smallish dining area, 2 swivel seats onto a table which folds out. And is this, I think this, well, it smells like leather, but I'm sure the seating is actually white fake leather. 2 more seat belts just behind the table, and you know what, it is very compact in here. Just above the table is a locker. Yeah, some room in there. Just above my head is a roof light, and then towards the front we have some space just above the cab. The kitchen area is fairly small. There are 2 gas hob and a reasonable sized sink. And we have some locker space here, some drawers. But on the end, I've never seen one of these type of, well, I think it's a fridge. Oh, it's a drawer fridge, look at that. That could be handy. Nice and deep there. Plenty of room for bottles of wine and beer. There's a freezer compartment as well. That's pretty good. Now the bathroom is a wet room. Well, yeah, it's just a white and dark grey wet room with the shower there, small sink, and there's a little bit of storage above the sink there and just there. I would say a slide out door, but that's not moving, and I would hate to break it. Oh, there's the light switch, look, just there, right next to the door on the outside. The bed, it looks quite reasonable at this end, but when you go around the corner where the shower is, it gets quite narrow. So you probably have your feet at that end where the narrow bit is, and then your head and your shoulders up at this end. But it looks quite compact and small. Some lockers above the bed with some reasonable room in them. Roof light above there as well. Very cosy indeed, if I must say so. How about this Swift Basecamp 4 compact caravan? It's going for £23,500. It's got 4 berths, which is quite impossible to see when you have a look inside, and of course it's a caravan, it doesn't have any seat belts. Being a compact caravan, it is only 5.6 metres long. Now let's have a look inside. The entrance is at the rear of the caravan. In fact, that is one wide door, isn't it? Inside looks very modern. There's an ash coloured wooden type floor there. We've got a couple of seats on the side as you enter with a nice little window, and at the front you have 2 double sofas. The lounge area is surrounded by windows. You've got one either side, and then you have this huge sunroof cum roof light at the front, taking up most of the front of the caravan. Now it's a hot day, but the breeze coming through there is wonderful. There's lots of black and grey in this caravan, and I do like the upholstery. It's kind of a nice black finish, kind of feels funny. Nice cotton and with a nice blue piping on the sofa as well. Very nice, very stylish. This is the kitchen area where we have a 3 gas hob and a reasonable size sink just there, and we also have an oven and some storage underneath the sink where you'll find the cutlery drawer. Above the sink are a couple of lockers, nice sizes as well, nice and tall lockers there. Behind this very tall door is a wardrobe where we've got the table and a few other things. Through this door is the bathroom. It is a wet room, but I've seen smaller bathrooms, wet rooms, in camper vans. So this is quite reasonable, I think, for the size of the caravan. Looks very stylish as well, with a nice wide sink there, mirror, there's a roof light, quite a large roof light, and some storage just above the toilet. Let's talk about the things that I find weird. Well, first of all, the lockers around this side of the caravan are actually little bags which you can remove. As you can see, you can remove those. They're just kind of holdalls, although they don't have a roof to them. You can zip up the side and you can just chuck things on the top there. I guess that's all just to keep the weight down. The two sofas at the front, they turn into one of the berths, so it's a double bed there. Now don't forget, this is supposed to be a 4-berth caravan. Now we've already seen the double bed at the front. At the back where the door is, you've got a seating area with one seat either side of a small table. Now this is the other 2 berths, would you believe? It doesn't, I mean, I could see that it turns into a single berth, but in fact this turns into a bunk bed. Just along the wall underneath the window is this, well, it looks like an armrest, but if I just pull this latch back, I'm not going to try this, but let's see how far I can get, but that just swings out into another berth. So I've just asked one of the guys here to help me out making the bunk bed up, and as you can see, well, yeah, there it is. It's a bunk bed. I haven't got the cushions on it yet, but you can definitely tell that is 2 beds. Now we've got a ladder that goes here, so you can easily get onto the top bunk, and there's also a safety rail that goes over so they won't fall out of the top bunk. And it took him about 2 minutes to do that. I'm just having one demonstration. How about I try and put it back to how it was? Ta-da! I must say, I think that's very, very clever. So that is a quick look around the Motorhome Show to show you what you can buy for £60,000 or below, kind of compact type of motorhomes. So if that helped you choose your next motorhome, then why not give it a thumbs up?
And if you buy one, let us know.
Oh yes, definitely. And if you like this kind of content, then why not consider subscribing. Until next time, thank you very much for watching. Bye.
Left, right. Should we have a go?